Everyone, welcome to Bill's Mathia. This week, I wanted to take a look at a common sentiment that the NFL is all about the offense. There are various versions of this sentiment out there, ranging from the rules favor offense to you can't play defense anymore, blah, blah, blah. They all really boil down to the same thing, which we'll take a closer look at with this idea. It may surprise you to learn that the goal of the offense in the NFL is to score points, and the goal of the defense is to stop them. Now, if this sentiment were true, if there really were skewed rules or a skewed league, this would lead to lopsided success rates. Or putting that in a different way, if the rules were truly even between offense and defense, we'd have even success rates. Or from a numerical or Bill's Mathia perspective, that would mean an offense would score 50% of the time, or that would be the league average. I'm going to run the risk of having the shortest Bill's Mathia video of all time by circling that number at the bottom. What we are looking at here is the scoring percent per drive. So how many drives result in a score per team, sorted from our number 1 Super Bowl champion team to our 32 Tennessee Titans. And again, the first number I circled is the league average. At 36.2% of NFL drives resulting in a score, what that really means is the NFL is actually a defensive league. Only about 1/3 of offensive drives do result in a score. Now, I have added in points per drive for a couple of reasons. First, it's fun, and two, we're going to do a little bit of a comparison with a couple of other time frames here. But again, just kind of fun thing to add in. So this idea here, if we're approaching that 50-50, that would mean even rules, and we can see our Super Bowl champions and our beloved team, the team we're covering, the reason this is on BuffaloRumblings.com, Buffalo Bills, they still have not reached that 50-50 threshold. So the two best teams in the league still have not hit that 50-50, which is what we'd look at if we had truly even rules or playing time here. Now, the big question is, why do so many people say this? Because it's very common to hear, oh, you just can't play defense anymore. So has there been a shift? Let's jump back to 2012. And we see that the answer is yes. So we do see, approximately a few percentage different here. And then the points per drive has also gone down. And yeah, this is the drought years. Our Bills, I actually kind of feel like we're lucky to be in 23rd place for that right now, for this particular year. But the idea here is going back, we do see a bit of a shift. And then let's jump all the way back to Y2K 2000. Now we do see the numbers are falling even further. And just for the sake of adding that math in the roughly 2 decades of time from the modern NFL to the year 2000, these stats were tracked just a couple of years prior to that. We do see a 6% change in scoring percentage. So that doesn't necessarily sound hugely significant, but it'd definitely be enough to be noticeable. Now, what's interesting here is our very top team in 2000, the St. Louis Rams, so old that we're using a different city, are still approaching that 50% mark. But you'll see that, generally speaking, if you're to go back a couple slides, you'll see that most teams fall off. And then down here at the bottom, we just see some absolutely abysmal scoring percentages. Can you imagine 1 out of roughly every 6 drives results in a score for the Cleveland Browns? And again, not even 1 point per drive average. So yeah, in the 22 years that we see, there has been a shift. So again, risk of one of my shorter videos, the modern NFL still is a defensive league, but it has shifted more towards the offense. So I did do the extrapolation. When will the NFL reach a true 50-50? We may not really ever see that in our lifetime, but who knows? Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out more of my work and that of many other fantastic contributors on BuffaloRumblings.com.